Hello guys, it's Chris Vint of Vintomania back with another video. Sorry, I was just checking my phone because Mikey has just literally texted me as I'm recording this. Hi Mikey. I've kind of taken a bit of a YouTube hiatus, as everyone seems to, whether they're just talking about people they've met or things like that, or what have you, or other things that, just maybe not pertaining to wrestling, maybe to do with video games or what have you. But yeah, obviously on, not Monday there, but Monday before, I was at the Manchester tapings with the guys, which was good fun, albeit short. It would have been fun to stay for the SmackDown one, but trying to get an extra day off work just doesn't happen this time of year, especially getting a week off work, it doesn't happen at all. So it's a case of they've booked their tickets for May. I decided not to go and spend my money on the Christmas presents, get it all done and dusted out of the road, because this time of year money's tight enough without shedding out money for flights and hotels and more money for tickets and that kind of thing. But I digress. WrestleMania 30 is going to kind of top it off for me, and the Raw after that, I think, will just have that memory for a while will be fine. But I'm not here to talk about wrestling, even though I've rambled on for a minute about wrestling. But if you check out my attire, you understand what I'm here to talk about. Obviously, it's approaching the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. 50 years ago, it was started on our screens, and even though it's been away for a while and then it came back and it was a rip-roaring success, there's little things that the BBC or what have you are doing for this, like tonight, today being Thursday, the 21st, because tomorrow's Friday 22nd on Xbox is out, yay. Like there's Doctor Who at the Proms, which kind of goes back, like through the timeline, so to speak, of the Doctor Who music and things like that, which I'm really looking forward to. Then after that, yes, it's on my Sky Planner, so I just want to make sure I don't miss out anything. Then after that, at 9 o'clock, you have an Adventure in Space and Time, but apparently there's a 5-minute thing to do with William Hartnell after that, but you can't record that. There's not a separate thing to record it. So what I advise you do is, if you're in the UK, go into your Sky Planner and add to the end of Adventure in Space and Time 10 minutes, and then you'll be able to watch it, okay? But obviously it leads up then to the Day of the Doctor, which is coming out on Saturday. It's going to be such a big deal because it's going to be showing all around the world at exactly the same time. So that means there's not going to be any spoilers or anything. If you're sitting at home to watch it, or if you're going to the cinema to watch it, or whatever, you're not going to have anything spoiled, because everyone will be seeing it at exactly the same time, unless you're at work or you're doing other things. But as soon as I heard that it was coming out in cinema, a couple of guys from work are quite, not huge Doctor Who fans, but they do enjoy it. They're certainly not on the par of Alan and his the fact that he noticed every little small detail in like a trailer. Do you notice he's wearing white shoes instead of his Converse shoes and things like that? And you're like, oh my god, how long do you spend on the internet? Hi Alan, that's just to get back at you from what you said about me in the last video. So that's this evening. Okay. No, but it's like as soon as I found out cinema tickets weren't on sale, I was trying to find out where in Northern Ireland was going to show it and how I was going to get the tickets. So obviously it's being shown in 3D. Now, I'm not a huge 3D lover. I don't really go to cinema to watch a 3D film. And in fact, I was lucky enough to get 4 cinema tickets, kind of at the front, so we don't have anyone's head above us or whatever. Not at the front, but where it goes up a wee bit like tiered, and we're at the front there. So this will be my first 3D experience, like in the cinema. So to see this here, something that's going to be a huge big deal, like if you're on like a Tumblr, there's so many people who are doing cosplay things, and how people are going to experience this, whether they're making Doctor Who cookies, or there's somebody who's actually watched, I think it's in lead up to this, they've watched every single story that's ever been released or whatever in the run up to this, which must have taken some doing, because I actually stuck the Invasion earlier on with Patrick Troughton, and as good and all as it was, because 2 episodes were actually animated and 2 were actual proper episodes, I just couldn't get into it, so I just stuck a John Pertwee one on, and it was Death and Daleks, so enjoyed that. But yeah, it's just an exciting time to be a Doctor Who fan. Obviously, if you again are in the UK, the Radio Times, you can actually get 12 different covers. So you could get Peter Davison as your favourite Doctor, or John Pertwee, or David Tennant. I haven't actually seen any David Tennant. I've seen every other Doctor bar David Tennant. I haven't seen him anywhere, so I've actually seen one John Hurt issue. So, you know, it's just a nice way to commemorate it, obviously. Whenever we had this here, which you could actually get, you know, and I actually have the monsters, I don't know if you can see that on the other side of it, but you could actually get one that had all 12 of them and things like that. So you just have like so many things to do with Doctor Who at the moment. But it's not a case of it's going to go away after this. Obviously at Christmas time, then Matt Smith, it's his final episode, and then we're going to see Regeneration of Peter Capaldi, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes on. But obviously as well, if you do like listen to podcasts and things, if you are a big Doctor Who fan, you can check out Operation Retroshock, which is a podcast that Alan and I do. So it's operationretroshock.co.uk, or you can find it on iTunes, just type in Operation Retroshock. And the past episodes are all to do with Doctor Who, so we channel from the very first Doctor in William Hartnell, and we talk about an episode, a story that he did, and then we go on to Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, and Alan had a little bit onto that Paul McGann one, but I'm not going to say any more than that. Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, and then we have a podcast that has the fantastic Celeste Johnson, who you could find, who does some awesome work, if I can find it here, which does that. Which you can actually see as my profile picture on Twitter or Facebook. Mike Lacey and Dylan Cook, who are average Joes, really. No, they're good guys, and obviously they bring some different aspects to Doctor Who fandom. You know, like we asked them who their favourite Doctor is, and let's just say Dylan's is a little bit different from everyone's, and I think Mike's was a little bit different as well. But yeah, go and listen to that, you know, while you're whittling down the hours until the day of the Doctor. It's something I'm really, really looking forward to. I'm just starting to get excited now. I know Alan texted me saying he's really looking forward to watching Adventure in Space and Time, but he has to go out somewhere, so he'll probably not watch it until he comes home, whereas I have to go to work for a midnight launch for Xbox One, so I don't know if I'll actually watch it now or watch it tomorrow once I come home. It's yet to be determined, but it looks good. Yeah, so if you are a Doctor Who fan, leave a comment below. Let me know how you're going to experience it. Or do you have friends around, or you know, like, are you watching so many episodes and the run up to it? Do you have like a day just planned wherever it's just Doctor Who overload until the 50th episode, 50th anniversary begins? Let me know. And if you're not a Doctor Who fan, i.e. Mikey, I don't care. So it's just something different. As I say, it's kind of just getting a little bit. You know, I've done enough wrestling videos for the time being, so I think it'll probably be a while until I do another one. So whether I do something to do with like a review of the Day of the Doctor, or whether it goes on Operation Retroshock, I don't know as yet. But I will try and do another video if I can. So yeah, make sure you go over to Operation Retroshock, and make sure you subscribe to all the guys like Alan G.W. Price, X1 Girly X, Chris Hill, Mikey 2004, so I can never remember if it used to be K-Rebel or Robbie Rebel, but type in Robbie Rebel anyway, you know, like so, and because he's a Doctor Who fan too, so make sure you check his channel out. So that's going to do it for now. So thanks for watching or listening, and how long is it?